What does it mean to be a present-day goddess? That's a question I hear very often. While a goddess possesses many wonderful and enchanting characteristics and traits, I'm going to tell you the ones that together define my definition of a present-day goddess. Let me introduce you to her. A goddess is immortal, of course, so she'll make her share of mistakes. However, she will embody most of the following characteristics and mindsets most of the time. I would love the opportunity to walk you through your journey into becoming a goddess too, so I invite you to be a beautiful, courageous and radiant work in progress. Or as I like to say, a goddess in training, or GIT. Here are 15 characteristics of a present-day goddess. A goddess is a creatrix. A goddess is continually pregnant with possibilities and gives birth to her ideas and dreams. She will create her ideal life and lives according to her own definition of happiness. She knows what she wants, sets fulfilling goals and has the courage to follow through in order to achieve her ultimate life vision. Independent and authentic. A goddess doesn't seek approval in others, instead allows her intuition to guide her. She doesn't waste her time attempting to impress anyone because she knows her work, and the way that she lives her life speaks for itself. She doesn't make excuses for her actions, and is never defensive because she's not threatened by what other people may think of her. Wildly passionate, a goddess exudes a palpable energy, authenticity and enthusiasm, and that is attractive, contagious and inspiring. She's the woman in the room everyone gravitates to because she has that certain something that no one can put their finger on. Always evolving. A goddess is continually learning and evolving. She is always putting her energy and focus towards working on her personal growth and becoming the greatest expression of herself. Completely congruent. A goddess doesn't wear a mask of inauthenticity for the world, because her public persona is the same as her innermost heart and soul. She is completely congruent. She has learned to express her emotions clearly and in a healthy, non-reactive and constructive manner. A goddess knows her truth and is happy to share her wisdom with others when asked. However, she never imposes her ideas on others. She can agree to disagree, mindful to take care of her body temple with self-love and self-care. A goddess is compassionate and forgiving with herself. She is fully aware that her body is her temple. She gets enough rest and gives her body the right fuel by deeply breathing fresh air, eating correctly and drinking enough water. She knows what she needs to be at her best and is sure to feed her body and her soul. A global thinker and environmentally conscious, a goddess is committed to the art of healing. She cares about all aspects that touch her own and other people's lives. She thinks globally. She works towards peace and understanding, whether on a large scale or simply with her loved ones and closest circle of friends. She contributes to cleaning up the environment and teaches others to do so too. Always loving and respectful of her body. A goddess views her body as sacred. She is comfortable with her sexuality, enjoys pleasure in all its forms without self-judgment, guilt or shame. She's directly connected to and in sync with the natural cycles of nature. This is a tough one for most women. Patient and balanced. A goddess understands balance and patience, flow and ebb, waxing and waning. A goddess doesn't stress or try to control ebb or waning times. Instead, she'll use the time and space wisely for rest, reflection and strategizing. Although she may not like the situation at hand, ultimately she knows that clarity comes with the passing of time and the creation of space. Intuitive and sensual. A goddess relies on and trusts her intuition, inner knowing. She has learned how to tap into this source at will. In other words, she's learned the skill of getting her thinking out of her head and into her body. She allows her senses to lead her and inquires within for her truth to guide her. Flexible and adaptable, a goddess has learned to let go of the need to control the flow of life. She has discovered the futility of trying to control life. She has learned to ride the wave and go with the flow, to ask for and accept help when she needs it. She is flexible and adaptable to situations. She has given up the need to control or manipulate. She does not pout or bitch when she does not get her way. She immediately puts her energy towards possible solutions to her discontentment. Mindful of boundaries, her own and those of others. A goddess knows who she is and what she will and will not tolerate. She will clearly communicate her boundaries to others. She's gentle when need be, but firm and protective when her boundaries are violated. She respects others' boundaries and asks for clarification when she feels things aren't clear and easy for her to understand. Supportive and generous, a goddess recognizes, honors, and supports the work of others. She doesn't feel competitive or threatened by sister goddesses and understands that what is good for one is good for all. Her belief is that when one goddess shines, the light benefits everyone. A goddess knows how to share and is generous, but she knows her limitations and does not give more than what she can afford to. Emotionally, financially, physically, or mentally. She knows that the word no is a complete sentence and uses it when necessary, consistently in a positive mindset. A goddess's natural state is one of joy and gratitude. She is accepting of her good and bad, her shadows and light. She will honestly take a look at her shortcomings without beating herself up over them. She will mourn her losses and face her fears. She understands that everyone, including her, will experience pain because it's part of life. She works through her own pain with feminine courage, grace and dignity without trying to avoid, suppress or numb it. She allows herself the time to work through it and learn from all experiences, good and bad. A goddess always looks for the lesson that is attempting to get through to her in all experiences, capable of accepting change and loss. A goddess accepts change or endings, even death, and has learned to compassionately let go of relationships, beliefs and material possessions that are worn out, emotionally damaging or no longer serve her personal growth or her life. Pretty cool, huh? Yup, goddesses are indeed cool. As a matter of fact, goddesses are always calm, cool and collected. Now that you've read this, where do you feel you're at in your goddessness? Do you embody those characteristics and traits most of the time? Or do you have some work to do?